What's up, guys? Bullfire the Fell-Handed here. This is another one deep compilation. We are on Sigfried line war. The greens are spawning on the north side. The reds are spawning on the southern side. What I normally do in a high tier medium, any medium, let's be honest, is I immediately go to the field. Granted, the bat chat can be very, very deadly in close quarters just as well. But I don't know. I don't know. I've always went out in the field ever since I had my Leo. The Leo is an excellent field tank, not such a good close quarters tank. Bat chat's kind of the other way around. Bat chat will really hurt you in close quarters. Not, fantastic with the accuracy. But, we're going to see what we can do with this .37 accuracy. We're going to try to make some things happen. Now, they have changed Sigfried line considerably. There's actually a trench on both sides going straight down the middle there at, EF. And it's really interesting because you can get very, very close to the other side and still have some good, decent cover. So right now, you can see off the jump, we have a TD out in the field. Don't have eyes on him per se as yet. I thought I would have took damage there. Don't have eyes on him as of yet, but we're moving in. And we're going to see if we can't go ahead and open up and get some shots. Pretty soon, you're going to see why I named this video what I did. Because that bunker I'm looking at, I stay there the entire fucking game. And anybody who gets near it just gets shit on. And that's all there is to it. I take that bunker and I'm just, the entire time, I'm in game chat and I'm just yelling, send me more pigs to kill. Because, 1-800-WHO-WANT-IT. Anybody who comes near me, I am wetting them up. Now, I'm in a very bad position because I am in the open and I've got a Carnarvon looking at me. I was lucky enough to get tracked. The second round hit my gun, and the third round misses. So far, I'm being pretty lucky. Although it was a bit foolish. You never just want to stop in the middle of an open field and dump on somebody unless you're, around 400 some odd meters away, because they're going to fire back and most likely they're going to hit you. Because in the bat chat, you have to be stationary in order to connect with anybody. This is not a tank that makes excellent clutch shots. So right here on the side, we have a hearse, and I'm kind of afraid he's going to pull out and start raining love on me. If I try to roll up and take a shot at the 704. There's a 704 on the other side of me there, as well as a Carnarvon, and I've got the hearse here. I've somehow managed to put enemies almost on three sides of me. It's a talent that I really like to hone, and I'm fairly good at it, I'm not going to lie. So we're going to try to go in here now, and we're going to try to reduce some of these threats on our area. The Carnarvon must have 6th sense because he's kind of backing off, and this .37 is kind of being a little traitory to me right now. He fires at me, he ends up tracking me again. The poor guy has probably put 3 or 4 rounds in me and has only managed to track me and damage my gun, as well as miss. So we're doing pretty good as far as the luck department goes. We're in a very good position right now, a very strong position. The hearse has eyes on me there as well. You can see he just shot me. My backup, which is just arrived here in the form of a green, is not to be lasting. I believe he dies very quickly on in the match. What are you going to do? Now, essentially, I'm just waiting for the gun to load, seeing if, RNG will give me anything here. I'm firing long range at this hearse. I'm trying to go ahead and shut him down. He pulled back. The CDC is mainly no help as his turret almost lands on my tank. So, I take by that the 704 has fired. The the .37 accuracy is kind of sticking it to me right there, because the one shot misses wildly, and you're gonna have that even if you're in a .30 accuracy Leo. You're still gonna miss shots. So I may complain about it, but I don't get upset about it because it is the nature of the beast. That's why the gods have given you 4 more rounds. So you need to look at it in a positive light. So we have a 704 on the other side here, and untold enemies on the other side. And these guys eventually get tired of my shit, and everyone starts to rush me. I'm not thrilled by the prospect. I just have to deal with it, unfortunately. And you know, sometimes you're gonna be there. You're gonna be posted up, and they are just gonna YOLO you. They're gonna rush you. They're gonna roll you, and there's a big difference between rolling and YOLOing. When they roll you, there's a lot of them coming after you, 2 to 3 to 1. When they're YOLOing, it would be like this 704 just saying, "Ah, fuck it, I got this." So very big difference. So we're taking rounds from the left there. Not terribly in love with that idea, but luckily we have a bunker that you cannot shoot through. Little known fact, the bunker there at, what is that, E2, C2, you can't actually shoot through. There's a little gap there. You can fire through that. We're putting rounds on a hundo right there. We go ahead and finish him off, pulling in a kill with a mere 2 shots. Go ahead and pin both those rounds. 704 is still looking at us, not you know, in love with that idea. He fires at us. He misses. We've got 2 rounds in the clip. We go ahead and finish him off, reloading the gun. And at this point, I'm just thinking to myself, okay, it's going to be me versus the entire team. My first thought is I need to get out of here, and I need to link up with the rest of those guys, because that's what you need to do. You need to use the greens to your advantage. I wanted to use their HP pool to protect me long enough to run the gun dry, and as soon as I leave cover, I'm detected. So I am not happy about this. I bust a U and I head back into cover. And at this moment, I realize they are not going to let me leave here. I had quickly decided my death was coming, and I needed to go ahead and just get all the damage I could before I go out. The T-30 ends up missing me, so I said, you know, let's go in hard. Let's go ahead and try to clip this guy out. End up being successful and managed to get back into cover while still being alive. That is the part that I hadn't anticipated with. And of course, you see my mic moving. You know I'm just in the mic screaming, you know, the line from Fury, "Send me more pigs to kill!" And they do. They oblige. And at this point, you know, I'm running low on rounds. I don't have a whole lot of options. I'm just kind of playing around with what I need to do. And they're coming in and they're not stopping. They're coming in and they're not knocking. This time they're not knocking. So we're going to try to get in the last couple of pins here and see what we can do. And somehow we end up tracking him. Put that last round in there and we miss. And we've got 1 round left. And, you know, I go ahead and reload because for somehow at this point I think I can make it. The TD on the other side missed, but the hearse came around behind me and ended up getting me. And you know, sometimes you're gonna have games like that no matter how awesome you do, you're still going to die. And that's, you know, that's what you have to understand. You know, we had a heavy here that was kind of base camping the entire game. You know, when I ran heavies, you're never going to see me camping in a heavy. Heavies push. That is their role. Heavies push. The mediums, they light up targets. They flank. They scout. The lights, you know, more or less the same thing. TDs, yes, the TDs camp. And then the arty's arty. So, if you don't have anyone pushing a flank, such as a heavy tank, then you have other tanks less suited to that position fulfill that role, such as an E50. Sure, E50 is a very crunchy medium, but it will not last long in a straight up slug match against other heavy tanks. A medium tank is not made that durable. So that's kind of why I am not a fan of camping. I've seen a lot of E100s and a lot of IS7s just firing in the background. And you know, people say, okay, well, you know, the Bad Chat has .37 accuracy, I've got .40. you know, you sit in the back and snipe, and you know, why can't I? It's totally night and day. The mediums have a completely different higher shell velocity, makes them immensely more effective, so on and so forth. Anyway, I'm not getting into it. 6,200 damage. Send me more pigs to kill. Thank you for watching me roll one deep.